Hello everyone, this is Monica with Advice to Think Twice, and I'm going to do the tarot portion of the horoscopes for the month of July. So we're doing love tarot forecasts, and the decks that I'm using, if you're interested, are the Romantic Tarot deck and also the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. What we're going to do is a week by week view of the month with some additional advice for each sign. And if you follow my channel, you know that I like to focus on the cards and I like to show you the cards because I think they're beautiful. And so you're going to see me tilt the camera down so that you can just focus on the cards and the messages that come through. Okay, so hopefully these are gonna add to Stormie's horoscopes. And hopefully everything's going to come together in a beautiful way and make sense for everyone. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the readings, and I hope you have an awesome month. Take care. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your July 2016 Love Tarot Forecast. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope you find it useful. So let's just have a look at what is going on for you in July 2016 in terms of love life. So first of all, you have three major arcana cards in your reading, and so this tells me that July is going to be a significant month for you. You're gonna go through some endings and new beginnings. I feel things are going to come to culmination for some of you. There's definitely progress and there's definitely moving forward in terms of your love life. I definitely see changing status. Okay, so social status. I feel like if you've been single for a while, you're not going to be single by the end of the month. And if you've been with someone, I feel like your relationship is soaring to new heights. Okay, it's moving to new levels, moving forward to new levels. I do see some, need to be flexible, to go with the flow. Okay, some plans that you are making may not be playing out the way you intended them to, so it's important that you go with the flow. It's important that you don't get stuck on the details and stuck on the little things, and just keep going because things are definitely moving in a positive direction for you. So the overall energy of the entire month for you guys is the World card, and the World card talks about celebration, it talks about culmination, it talks about coming full circle, something ending in a very positive way, in a very beautiful way, and something new beginning. So I feel like this is talking about cycles in your life. If you've been single, you're not going to be single by the end of the month. If you are dating someone, I feel like you're going to be moving forward in this relationship. Okay, you're going to be changing your status by the end of this month. Okay, if you're just dating, you're going to be exclusive, or if you are dating and you're exclusive, you're going to be starting, meeting the parents, meeting your friends. Okay, if you are, have been together for a while, I feel like this is the month where you decide, let's take a trip together, I think we're ready, or let's move in together, I think we're ready. Or this is, if you've been living together, you're talking about marriage proposals are happening. If you are happily married or whatever, you're talking about having families. Okay, you're talking about starting a family, so pregnancies could be happening. Okay, so it depends where you are, what the next level looks like for you. But the World card is definitely that. Okay, it's talking about moving forward in your love life, building things, creating things, nurturing connections, relationships, and going through the process. Okay, making sure that you're doing everything right, making sure that you're following the steps, and you're going through the cycle in a positive way, so that when this cycle ends, you're moving forward to the next one. Okay. And travel could also be involved for you, okay, in the month of July, because the World card also represents travel. You could be going around the world, or you could be seeing an online romance happening this month with someone who's, on the other side of the world, or someone who's just in a different place and you connect online. In the first week of the month, we have another major arcana card. We have the Hermit. And the Hermit, I feel, for you means sharing secrets, looking for information, doing research on a person, asking them questions, giving them answers, okay? I feel like in the beginning of the month, in the first week, for some of you who have been single for a while, okay, with the Hermit, I feel like you're meeting someone, or someone just catches your eye. Someone shows up and you really find them interesting, okay? And this person may be a Virgo for some of you. And the Hermit is all about learning more about this person before you make your next move, okay? Before deciding what it is that you want to do. So I feel like you could be spending time online, you could be talking to people, you could be asking people, you know, what do you know about that person? What do you think about that person? And trying to get more information, okay, to decide what you want to do, if you want to approach them, or if, you know, you'd rather not. In existing relationships, the Hermit talks about, for some of you, it talks about a temporary separation. It talks about a temporary separation, but I feel like, again, this is just temporary, and it's to do with work, or personal projects, or something to do with family, okay, needing your partner, or they need you and you have to be away from your partner. It's responsibilities, it's doing the right thing by someone else that may take you away from your partner in the first week of the month. And for others, I feel like in existing relationships with the Hermit, maybe there has been an emotional disconnect, okay, or maybe there has been emotional separation in the relationship. So I feel that you're starting conversations again. You are trying to make sense of everything. You're trying to understand what's going on and get back on the same page. So there's a lot of sharing. There's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of spending time together. I feel like you could be turning away from the world for a little bit, okay, in the first week, and just focusing on your connection, because it's important and you want to make sure that you are on the same page and the both of you know that, okay, more importantly. It's all about responsibility and doing the right thing in your relationship. For the second week, we have Temperance, so another major arcana card. And Temperance is a card that talks about, for some of you, this is talking about opposites coming together, opposites attract type energy. You could be interested in a Sagittarius, okay, in the second week. Temperance also talks about blending things, going with the flow, allowing for things to unfold naturally. Temperance is a card that shows up when things are outside our control, okay? It's a major arcana card, so I feel like if there's a wait time involved, this is just telling you that divine timing is at play. And actually your guidance card says the same thing. So around the second week, I feel like divine timing is at play. So this could mean that there's either time apart for you and your partner, and you have to make the best of the situation. You each have to make the best of the situation. For others, you are meeting people completely out of the blue, just because it's time, just because you're meant to meet this person at this time, in this place, and in this way. Try to go with the flow when it comes to Temperance. Don't try to put a timestamp on things. Don't try to control an outcome. Don't try to just don't try to control what happens in your love life, right? Around the second week in July, because with Temperance and, you know, with the Hermit before and the World as your overall energy, I feel like there's some things that are happening that are meant to happen at this time. So no matter what you do, they're gonna happen. So just going with the flow, embracing this energy is really going to be a lot more beneficial for you. Like I say, this is fluid energy. This is embracing new situations, embracing new people. You could be meeting someone new, and I feel like if this is someone who you feel is your complete opposite, you're still going to be drawn to them and they're still going to be drawn to you. So might as well embrace it and see what happens, okay? And Temperance is also a card that talks about healing. So I feel like for those of you who maybe have been experiencing some emotional distance in the relationship, and you've had your conversations around the first week and you've really done your best to reconnect and to make sense of the situation and make sure that the both of you are still on the same page. I feel like around the second week there is healing that is happening. Things are moving forward. Okay, the two of you are coming together. You are in balance once again. The balance between giving and receiving is restored within the relationship, and so things are moving forward in a positive way, in a healthy way. Around the third week, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords talks about plans that don't turn out as planned, okay? Around the third week, once again, there's a need for you to be flexible. There's a need for you to go with the flow. And remember, the Temperance card just before is telling you the same thing. So, you know, the second and the third week of the month are really a really great time for you to go with the flow. And I feel like, you know, what's that saying? When we make plans, God laughs, or something like that, okay? It's something like that, because no matter what you're planning, I feel like, and this is to do with your love situation, and this is, I feel like in a fun sense, I feel like if you come up with a sort of a scenario where you go up to someone and you talk to them and you imagine the conversation, I'm going to say this, they're going to say that, and when I find my moment, I'm going to ask them out, or something like that. It's just not going to happen, okay? You're just going to have to go with the flow and wing it, okay? And get creative and seize the moment, seize the opportunity when it comes your way, because you're not going to be able to control anything that comes up in your love life around the third week, okay? The second and the third week of July. I feel like this is also, it's not, like I say, it's not negative, okay? It's not something that is bad that happens in your love life that tells you, you know what, you're going to have to change your plans and you're going to have to go with the flow. I feel like, you know, there's going to be unexpected situations, but these situations are going to be positive. I feel like you expect to go out with one person, and in reality there's someone else showing up and asking you out, and so what are you going to do? So, you know, just go with the flow, see what happens. Or you make plans to ask someone out, and as you're going, you know, mustering up the courage to go talk to them, you know, they get called away, and so, you know, you're pretty much stuck there. Okay, now what do I do? Okay, well, go with the flow, see what happens. Either, you know, chase them, or just wait till you meet them, or get their phone number from someone and give them a call. So it's going to be a creative month for you, but a fun month, I feel. A fun month with surprises. And the Seven of Swords is definitely talking about a surprise, okay? It could be that you're making a plan and it's just not going to happen. You're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to change it a million times, so you might as well just wing it. Or this is a surprise that is planned for you, okay, by your partner. And they're getting creative, okay? It could be a romantic dinner. It could be a get-together with friends and family who maybe you haven't seen in a long time. And so it's completely out of the blue. It's completely unexpected, okay? And it's important that you stay in the moment, you embrace the energy and go with it. Let's have a look. But I do see someone kind of sneaking up on you, okay, around the third week. And this may be an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. And they're really kind of coming up out of the blue, doing unexpected things, saying unexpected things, being very creative with how they ask you out, or being very creative, taking you to a different place than you've ever been, okay? I feel like if the normal date is going to a movie and, you know, dinner and a movie or anything like that, it's not going to happen. They're really going to go out of their way to do something different, to do something fun, okay? And you're really going to enjoy yourself, I feel. So just embrace it and go with the flow. Don't hold yourself back, and don't think that just because things look different than what you thought they were going to look like, this is a bad thing, okay? It's definitely not. In existing relationships, I feel like, again, these are surprises that are happening. These are gestures of love that are happening around the third week. And you're either surprising your partner or they're surprising you, although it feels more like they're surprising you. And again, this is just completely out of the blue, okay? You're not going to be able to see this coming. You're just going to be focused on the fact that, okay, we're finally on the same page and we're finally, you know, in our normal flow, and being okay with that. And all of a sudden, here comes your partner with this grand gesture. And if you've been talking about a trip, I feel like, you know, overnight he's going to plan it, he or she is going to plan it, and you're going to find yourself traveling in the 3rd week. Or you're going to wake up to some sweet note, or to breakfast in bed, or, you know, find out that they're picking you up at work and taking you straight to a romantic place because they've planned a romantic dinner for you and stuff like that, okay? And I feel like they're going to have help from friends and family to do this. And so there's going to be a sense of secrecy around it, but you're not going to be able to find out, and no one's going to be able to tell you because they're going to be very good at keeping this secret. And towards the last week, okay, in the last week of the month, we have the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is a card that talks about passion, love, falling in love, being swept away, long distance love, okay, overseas, or just online connections, okay, all together. With the World card and the 8 of Wands, you're traveling. So I feel like if you're single, or, you know, if for those of you who are starting conversations with someone and they're at a distance, so you're talking to them online or on the phone or texting, emailing, or anything like that, you know, I feel like you're doing your research, okay, about this person. You're online and you're trying to figure out, you know, who they are, what they're doing. You know, you're checking out their Facebook accounts and social media and all of that. With the Temperance card, I feel like you're making this work, okay, and it's not easy because you're not even in the same place, but somehow you're finding common ground. With the 7 of Swords, I feel like this is planning, okay? This is planning a surprise and keeping everything a secret, because in the 4th week, this is travel. This is moving forward. This is going to see that person and having, you know, that connection coming together. I feel like you've been, you know, having a lot of communication, and there's a lot of emotion there right now. And by the end of the month, you have the emotional connection and, you know, the mental connection. And by the end of the month, you're coming together and you have a physical connection as well, okay? So the 8 of Wands is passion, it's fire, it's things moving forward very, very quickly. It's, you know, like I say, Cupid's arrows. And with the World card, there's definitely travel involved. So you could be traveling to see them, or they're traveling to see you, or you're traveling and meeting halfway, okay? That could be the case as well. And I feel like you're planning everything, or they're planning everything, and then just sending you an email with your ticket, telling you that you need to do your check-in online or something like that. And then there you are, you're on the road, okay? And in existing relationships, the 8 of Wands talks about reigniting that spark, that passion. So it could be a getaway type weekend, or a getaway type week. You could be taking time off, you know, from work, or your responsibilities and anything else that you are in charge of. You're just taking time off. I feel like everything is taken care of. Your partner has planned things very well, and you're just going away and being alone and reigniting that passion, reconnecting on a deep emotional level, falling in love with each other all over again. Again, beautiful time of romance and romantic gestures, and going with the flow, okay? Guidance card for you. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like if this is someone new that you're starting communication with, or you're just getting to know in the beginning of the month, this is someone you were meant to meet, okay? And this is someone who is worth waiting for. This is someone who, I feel like this connection took its time to happen, so to speak, because you've had to go through some changes, through some lessons. They have had to go through some lessons on their own, and you both had to come to a certain place to be ready to meet each other so that you can form this connection, okay? And so with the World card, that's why it's showing up, to tell you that you've had to go through some cycles in order to be ready for this, in order to come to this place, okay? And be able to start something new, something that is solid, something that is positive, something that is loving and beautiful. For others of you, this is telling you that the person that you're with, like I say, for some of you, there's some sort of separation that is temporary. The card is just telling you, you know what, everything's okay. There's nothing for you to worry about. Just talk to them, be open, be honest. Keep this connection going, okay, because there are feelings there. This person is definitely worth waiting for. There's a strong connection, and things are moving forward, so be confident. And for those of you in existing relationships that may be experiencing some emotional separation or some disconnect, okay, this is telling you that, you know what, this is someone good for you. This is someone who is worth your effort, and whatever has happened was meant to happen. So if you haven't been seeing eye to eye on things, I feel like that was meant to happen, and it's not a negative thing, because it got you to the point where you've learned some lessons, and you got you to the point where you realized that, you know what, I'm with the person that I'm supposed to be with, okay? I truly love them, or I truly want to keep going in the relationship. I truly want to keep building this relationship, and they're feeling the same way, okay? So divine timing is at play in your love life. Things are playing out right now because they're meant to, because you are ready, because the other person is ready. And trust it and go with the flow is what I would say, because definitely fated events are about to occur in your love life in the month of July. And what I will say is go with the flow. Don't get in your own way, okay? These are things that are going to happen whether you want to or not. There's nothing you can do to, you know, stop these things from happening. And these are positive things. So why would you want to stop these things from happening? Why would you want to get in your own way? So go with the flow, embrace the energy this month. It's going to be a really awesome time for you guys of moving forward, taking things to new heights, okay? Starting new relationships that have a lot of potential in the long run. Connecting with someone you've been talking to online for a while, and so on and so forth. And it's just a lot of happy times, okay, in your love life in the month of July. So there you have it. These are your messages. I hope that they make sense, and I hope that they give you some guidance or some answers. Thank you for being here with me. I hope that you have a really great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Hi, Aquarius. So this month I see communication getting to ease up a bit and become a little bit more fun, a little bit, yes, it's still be deep, yes, it's specific and definitely enjoyable, but I just feel like there's an ease that comes with it. And that puts you in the position to be able to have conversations with different kinds of people. That normally doesn't stop you, but I think there's an even bigger openness now, which is fantastic, because it's been like, Aquarius, you've been craving a different kind of interaction than you've been experiencing. And even inside of a committed relationship, I think that craving for a different kind of interaction can be adjusted this month as well, with everybody getting a dose of this good communication means sensuality meets confidence kind of energy. So I hope that you really take advantage of that this month. Now, I am wondering too, if this month you're not going to be willing to make some kind of commitment or make something solid. The thing that I also think that we can throw into that bucket of make a commitment, make it solid, is a brand new relationship of you with you in tandem with figuring out what you want your love life to look like, and then committing to make it happen. Participate in it happening. I think it's going to be a really phenomenal month. In the general reading, you've got a lot of really good energy to help you along. So I hope you don't waste any of it, and get busy creating what you'd like to be experiencing in this area of your life, or finding your new teachers to learn how to do that. Bye, Aquarius. Have a good month.